What's up, y'all? I want to talk to you, all of you people who have been molested, all you people who have been victims of sexual assault or being touched inappropriately. Not all of y'all, but those of y'all who belong to that other community because of it. And those of you who are attacking masculinity as a whole because of it. Y'all some punks. Mm-hmm. You a punk. I'm gonna tell you why. As much as y'all playing victim, as much as y'all have been trying to fight for the rights to act inappropriate and be something that you're really not, all because you didn't get the help that you needed when you was young, I'm gonna tell you what your problem is. You attacking every man but the man that touched you inappropriately. You a punk. You would rather ignore the predator who scarred you for life. You would rather ignore the monster who made you feel the way you feel right now. You would rather just act like that person don't exist. But you will go out your way to attack a whole gender. All men, all because you scared to face the person that destroyed you. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. Shout out to Whataburger. I'm sick of y'all, man. Y'all weak as fuck. Y'all some weaklings, bro. You would think, with all that's going on, all of these terrible, horrible men that's out here. I'm not saying all men are terrible and horrible now, because I sure ain't one of them. But the men that have scarred you men and women who belong to this particular community, you are allowing the person that destroyed you to live their life and thrive, while you take your misery and your frustration out on people that don't even know you. People that don't have nothing to do with what happened to you. That's why I say you a punk. Because if you're really about that life, why don't you just go after the person that did what they did to you? So you would rather act like what happened to you as a child is not affecting you right now. And you would rather hate and resent all men because one man did something to you, destroyed you. Why didn't you just kill that person? I mean, you could have did either one or two things. You could have taken that person out, and maybe it wouldn't have been justified in the eyes of the law. It would have been justified to me, because it's like, damn, I get it. This person took advantage of you when you were an innocent child, and you couldn't defend yourself, and that person took away your innocence. Oh, that's some justified That's a justified killing right there. And I don't condone killing. Excuse me. But some things are very understandable. That's very understandable. But I don't understand how you could, like, delete that in your mind and create this monster and this demon in you to just hate all men. But let me get back. I said it's one of the two things. So you either you're supposed to take that person out and demand your own justice, or tell somebody, report them, call the police, something, get them arrested. I wouldn't consider you a snitch. I don't care about that street code shit like that. When you were an innocent child and somebody, let me be careful. Somebody sexually assaulted you, sexually took advantage of you, and because of that, you have a chemical imbalance and your emotions are unstable and your mind is jacked up now because of that. But you don't want to do nothing. You don't even want to come near that person that touched you. But you're coming near every single man that don't have nothing to do with you and what happened to you. And you would rather attack a whole gender. You would rather attack all men except for the man that did something to you. So you want to make all men look bad because of that one man that did something to you. You're a weak-ass son of a bitch. You should be ashamed of yourself. This is not how you're supposed to live your life. This is not what we do, Damon. I am my boy. I mean, how does that make sense? Where they do that at? How is it fair to judge all men based on one man that did something to you? That's like me judging all women because some woman of my past broke my heart. Or cheated on me. So I'm going to just be like, oh, man, these bitches ain't shit, man. All these bitches ain't number of hoes, sluts, and prostitutes. Now I sound like a bitter loser now. I sound all bitter and hurt. Like, as a man, if I did that, a bunch of women would be like, oh, you ain't never little boy. You in your feelings. You hurt, ain't you? But women do this shit all the damn time. Nobody say nothing. You you women and men that belong to that group over there, starts with an L or begins with an L, y'all feel like it's okay. Somebody convinced y'all and made y'all think that it's okay to attack all men because you were scarred by a man. Unless you come into contact with all of the men, I don't know how many men there are on this planet, but until you have come in contact with all men and all men have done the same thing to you, that the one person that victimized you or took advantage of you did, you need to shut the fuck up. And you need to man up or woman up, because you're a coward. You're a weak, sorry piece of shit. And I mean that without a doubt. I mean that, and I stand on that. Until you start bossing up, until you man up or woman up and call out the person that did what they did to you. Until you boss up and go after the person that hurt you. Or just keep it to yourself. But all of this banding together as this big old misery cult group, thinking y'all can just attack all men, and y'all think it's okay? Man, y'all need help. Y'all need some psychiatric help. Y'all all need to be in a straitjacket and put in a home somewhere, because y'all are insane to think that it's okay to mistreat all men and go on platforms and speak out and say men aren't this, men aren't that, or put all these labels on men and act like women can do no wrong. or put all these labels on heterosexual men and act like gay men don't do no wrong. You people are disgusting and despicable. Y'all need to get some motherfucking help. Because it's not right and it's not fair that y'all mistreat men, hardworking men, men that built this fucking world. Whether it's a car, a house, anything. Men have been very responsible for a lot of things that people have. And people don't appreciate shit. And it seems to be these miserable, ungrateful ass women and these miserable, confused ass men that are the ones that are trying to make it seem like men have no value. Like this world will be just fine without men. What? Y'all tweaking, man. Just like as a man, I will be a damn fool to say this world will be just fine without women. What? I don't want this planet to be full of men. But I bet you, in a woman's shoes, I bet you women don't want this whole planet to be full of women. It just will not go right. It needs to be a duality. It needs to be some balance. But all of this gender bashing and attacking, this shit going too far, man. Y'all need to get y'all some help. Get some help. Knock it off with all of the sexism and crap and the bashing of all men. All because you are afraid to speak out and tell everybody what happened to you when you were a child. Some of y'all were R. Kelly'd. Some of y'all have been getting... Some of y'all were taken advantage of. And y'all have buried this secret. And y'all buried it so deep that now what's come to the surface is this demonic energy that y'all have. And y'all think it's okay to display this crap and embrace it. But it's destroying you. Believe it or not, I don't care how many people support you. It's destroying you. So until you go after the person who went out, who broke you as a child, you will be a failure. You will be suicidal. And you will still be trying to cry out for help and acting like you the victim. You're not the victim until you go after the person that made you a victim, that victimized you, the person that took advantage of you. But until you go after the person who scarred you, you will get no respect from me or no man that thinks like myself. Because, you know, I'll be a person that will stand up for you, speak out on your behalf. But how in the hell can a man like myself speak out for you when you ain't even speaking out for yourself and speaking against the person the predator that took advantage of you? So until you find it in yourself and find the courage to expose the person that did what they did to you, you ain't gonna get no respect ever. You might as well just be suicidal like these other people, where you're going to just be shooting shit up to try to be accepted and get your rights and use the black lives to do this shit. It's like y'all pushing y'all agendas and y'all want to say Black Lives Matter, but y'all using Black Lives Matter to push y'all's sick agendas. Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all going to have y'all day, man. But y'all don't have to like me, but you better take my advice, because you know I'm telling the truth. A lot of y'all have been taken advantage of, and y'all haven't done nothing about it. But y'all taking y'all frustrations out on us, who did nothing to you. Goofballs.